Babashuaib, the correctional officer, born in Accra, Ghana, a Quranic researcher and a critical thinker based on religion, who does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube and TikTok since 2018. In Finland, and 13 years, QBE, in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
You can't even read the Arabic language. Let me give you one more chance. Put the bastard on, let him try and read the Quran. I promise you he can't, because I've checked it and seen it myself. He cannot read. Go ahead. Put him on. ولا تقولن إني فاعل شيء غدا إلا أن يشاء الله. This is what you're talking about. Surah Al-Kahf. Yeah. إني فاعل شيء غدا إلا أن يشاء الله. And he's saying that. What? Prophet Muhammad said that? That's not Prophet Muhammad. That's the Quran, my friend. That is the Quran. Bro, you don't even know the difference between Quran and Sunnah and this and that.
You know,
what?
I just want to clear something. I know I'm laughing. How can you not laugh? Look at the bichara cameraman. He's gone red in the face. How can you not laugh? See, if we don't laugh at you here, you're not going to sort yourself out. You need to see what you're doing, and you need to see the reaction of people in order for yourself to sort it out.
And the Quran is very clear about that.
No.
You know, the Quran states that God does not put to waste any action of you.
Let's give him more chance. I know how to read the Quran. Read the Quran now, come on.
Yeah, it says in chapter 25, تبارك الذي جعل في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها سروجا منيرة. There's two qira'ahs. One qira'ah says sirajan munira and surujan munira.
What chapter, what verse?
I can't remember the verse here, but this you can just check it. Chapter 25.
That is most definitely untrue.
Well, I've just quoted it in the Arabic, so you can. Why is it most definitely untrue? I've just told you in the Arabic because I don't know the verse number. Sorry, I don't know the verse numbers. I haven't memorized the verse numbers. I've memorized the Arabic.
Give him another chance.
تبارك الذي جعل في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها. There's two qira'ahs. One of them is Sirajan Munira and there's another one Surujun Munira. Sirajan Munira means a shining lamp, and Surujun Munira means many stars. So a shining lamp means a star, and many suns.
Give him another chance. We'll give him one full minute.
Too many chances.
Go to Surah At-Tawbah and read it in Arabic, please. You're an Arabic expert. We need to hear it.
If he does استحلال وما حرم الله ورسوله, it's exactly the way you حل the verses ورسوله.
وش بس ما حرم الله ورسوله من رسوله بما منصوب.
No, the hadith of the verse of where it starts with قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ولا يدينون ولا يحرمون ما حرم الله ورسوله. Isn't it رسوله?
لا رسوله because why رسوله إذا فأعمل وش Allah and His Messenger both.
That's how you read the Quran, by the way. Yeah. Yes, that's how you read the Quran. You wouldn't even dare try and read it in front of me, boy. You wouldn't try. You wouldn't try.
Which desert have they pulled this guy from? He's some Ajib Buddu, Marana. He's Badawi. Where is he? Where have they got him from? And he's there doing dawah in Speaker's Corner.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
We believe that if and I don't know, because من جاءكم بفاسق فتبين أو فتثبتوا. And the point is, someone comes to you. I don't know what's going on.
You can't even know the difference between mansub and maf'ul majroor. You don't know majzoom. Bro, you're nothing, do you understand? You wouldn't come near me. Bro, you've been advised incorrectly to come to my platform and speak to me. You've been incorrectly advised.
من جاءكم بفاسق.
Wait, what?
Where's man come from?
No, okay, he's not reciting that.
No, he's not reciting it.
But why are you putting your extra things in? Just recite the verse and translate it.
من جاءكم بفاسق.
Marana, he's just an image they're trying to give. We're Arab. It's just this, superiority complex. Okay, we're Arab. We're big. I speak Arabic. We know the deen better. You see it. You see it when you go to Arab countries. You see this. These are Ajam.
I can recite wrong all the time. I recite wrong. I was just in the car with some people and I was reciting and I recited wrong. It happens all the time. It even happened, according to us, to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
If you're going to quote the Quran, it has to be quoted correctly. It's not fair on the Quran. If you quote it in an incorrect way, it's haram.
Tell me how that's possible metaphysically, ontologically, cosmologically.
Bro, this is a serious thing. This is not Ammi Arabic. I know how to read Quran. This is Quranic Arabic.
Others. But let's see his command of the Arabic language, in particular, how he recites the Quran. Let's take a look at that.
Go ahead. Put him on. Hey boy, read the Quran. Come on. It's mentioned in Surah Al-Zumar.
Verse 42.
Chapter 39, verse 42. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يتوفى الأنفس حين موتها والتي لم تمت في منامها والتي لم تمت في منامها. Okay. فيرفع التي قضى عليها الموت ويرفع إلى أجل مسمى. Now this verse in chapter 39, please. No, you have to let me finish. Please.
I'm hearing the Quran.
أخي حرام. He completely messed up the whole ayah. He can't speak Arabic. Give him another chance.
He said that the Quran says that disbelievers are like cattle. It doesn't say that. It says بَلْ هُمْ إِلَّا كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلُّ سَبِيلًا. That they are like cattle.
You need to sort yourself out, brother, man. You need to really sort yourself out. We might have laughed through the video, Maulana. We might have had a little giggle here and there. That's obvious. We're going to do that because we find this absolutely hilarious.
Give him another chance.
They connect it with Sulaiman because of the verse.
Yeah.
وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينَ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ. The verse in Surah Al-Baqarah.
Not on top of the magic they learned from Sulaiman.
If you want to continue your dawah without that, then you know what? Keep this short. Come down to planet Earth. Get your recitation corrected. Yeah. Maybe go to, for now, just for
Fujikso. Is it a Somalian name? It's Moroccan. Okay, yeah. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to spend too much time calling people's names. Actually, I just feel like it is an honor to actually, give the credits to people who are present, because I appreciate your presence. Back then, the list wasn't that big. I can just do this and mention everybody's name. Yeah, I just appreciate your presence, how the list is getting bigger, and it shows you guys value the time I devote to actually make myself available. So thank you once again. Okay, so whoever is sending me message is disturbing. Who is that? What is this? Let me put this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to play this guy's video. His name is okay, let me see. Let me do this. Just a second. Somebody sent me the video of this guy. About 3 people actually shared this video of this guy to me. Yeah, thank you very much, Rahim. Yes, thank you. So I decided to tackle him. I've seen couple of his videos in the past, but I've never seen him going at people who follow the Quran. So till I got the video, and people send me the videos, and I was like, okay, I have to tackle this guy. Right? It seems to have a large number of following also on social media. So if I don't tackle this kind of people wouldn't know what is going on. So this is why I tackle all these popular scholars who are actually going against or saying things against people who follow the Quran. I have to come back stronger at you. I can't just tolerate you saying your nonsensical things and going for free. No, I have to come back. Yes. So let me put this.
It's kufr. Yeah, I believe there's an adaba. Quran only, would not consider them Muslims. Yeah, because you by necessity negate many things known in religion by necessity, and it's probably greatest disrespect to the Prophet ﷺ is perennialism and Quranism. Perennialism, the perennialist is also outside of Islam. When you're holding that the belief in the Prophet, despite having heard of him, is not an obligation, and the person can still attain salvation without it. This is yours indeed. You negated the biggest, it's the first pillar. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. That's Shahada, is the first pillar of Islam. Okay, doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that.
Okay. So this is Shadee Elmasry. He has a doctorate. They call him doctor. Me, I don't see what doctor about him, but they said this guy, Dr. Shadee Elmasry, was born and raised in New Jersey, so from USA. He completed degrees at the George Washington University and University of London. That is SOAS. While also learning with scholars in the traditional manner, meaning in the according to the Sunni style of their Sufi, whatever style of learning. So he now teaches at the New Brunswick Islamic Center and heads the Safina Society. So this is Dr. Shadee Elmasry, right? Sometimes I don't know the value of their doctorate. I don't know what it does. Like we have Dr. Omar Suleiman, who the guy I did a video on him. You will be wondering what makes them doctor, like Dr. Zakir Naik. Like what makes them doctor? Like I think very soon they have to have a doctor of wisdom, because those people lack wisdom. They just doctors of shirk. Yes, thank you, Sister Alma Jones. Yeah, for that word. They are doctors of shirk. They are mushriks. So I think they have the doctorate in shirkism. I don't see the value of the doctorate this thing they have. What does it do? I don't. Okay, let's imagine Prophet Muhammad in this generation, and then we say Dr. Prophet Muhammad. Dr. Prophet Muhammad. Come on, take the DR off. It's useless. What does it do? I don't understand. The doctor makes us value your wisdom. The wisdom is kaput already. You don't have any wisdom to offer. Why the doctor? Seriously, it doesn't make sense to me calling somebody like Dr. Zakir Naik, Dr. Shadee Elmasry, Dr. who? Dr. Omar Suleiman, and yet you are standing on the podium calling people to become mushriks. You are doctor of shirk. There's nothing special about your doctorate, right? So ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. I told you, whenever you are listening to the videos of these sectarians and you chance up on the nasheed, you know the nasheed? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what is the nasheed, you see that music they play in the background. That is the mushrik's signature. The mushriks that's their signature, right? Pay attention everywhere. If you hear the moment they are saying something and you hear that nasheed at the back, then be ready for the BS they are going to give you, and full of messed up So the nasheed, beware. This is their signature. So whenever you are passing by anywhere, you see the video of Akhi Ayman. You see the video of you mentioned Tamiya, that Abu Taymiyyah. You see the video of Mufti Menk. You see the Zakir Yasir Kadi, Numan Ali. The moment you start seeing this video and you hear the signature sound, Asim Al Hakim, the guy, the I drink beer guy. The moment you start seeing their video, I'm serious, and you hear that sound, they are going to spew some nonsensical statement that you'll be shocked. I'm serious. So pay attention to that. I'm just giving you a tip. It's just a heads up so that you get to know the mushriks very, very well. They have a signature on how to identify them. Okay. So you heard what this guy said, right? I'm going to take over the video and we go step by step. Then we assess what he said. Because these people are full of opinionated doctors. They are opinionated doctors. Can you imagine going to your doctor, when you say doctor, medical doctor, going to your medical doctor, and then you tell him, I'm not feeling well. Then he just look you in the eye and he says, I think you have cancer. Yeah, he used the word, I think you have cancer. That's it. And then you also being the shipul, you just look at him because he's the doctor. Then you are like, okay, what should I do next? Or you just take 3 pills and go and sleep, or some antibiotic and sleep. That's all. Now, that is exactly the same thing these people have been embedded into the so-called mainstream version of Islam, and these people are leading you with their doctor in front of their name. So you are thinking they are full of wisdom. Look, correctional officer is going to help you strip these people off. This doctor used to start saying mushrik Shadee Elmasry, or mushrik what is that? Faris Hamadi Al-Hamadi, mushrik Zakir Naik, mushrik. You stop adding the doctor on their names. They don't deserve it. Let's go. So I'm going to replay the video. Hey, brother Zaid Salam, I see you. I'm going to replay the video. I'm taking the video step by step to show you the problems they have when they speak against people who follow the Quran. So check this.
Is rejecting hadith kufr?
So he's been asked a question. The question is rejecting hadith kufr? Now the question is, which hadith? Which hadith? No, the sectarians themselves, don't they reject some hadiths? The sectarians themselves, don't they reject some of their hadith? Seriously, the sectarians, the Sunnis, the Shia, you mentioned them. Don't they reject some hadith? They do, right? They do, right? So now the question has been based, it's generalized. Is rejecting hadith kufr? Because the question has not been specified. Meaning, is rejecting the hadith of Bukhari kufr? Is rejecting the hadith of Sahih Muslim kufr? Is rejecting this kind of hadith kufr? Is rejecting, because remember, they are hadith books, they have what you call da'if. Da'if means weak hadith. They are not to be implemented. They are not to be used, but they are found in their garbage books. So if you say is rejecting hadith kufr, and then you are going to give the answer, but first of all, that question is wrong. But the question is, which hadith? Because as me, the one who is a believer in the Quran alone for guidance, right? As guidance in Islam, I believe in the Quran alone. So this Quran, God calls it ahsan al-hadith, the best hadith. And I'll be a fool to leave what is best to go to what is garbage. Imagine being presented with fresh food. And you say, hey, no, I want the one in the garbage. You're not okay. I'm serious. That is the difference between us and the mushriks. I'm serious. They are not okay. Okay. So what happens with these people is, when it comes to even eloquence in speech, they don't have it. God says in Quran chapter 41, verse 33, where he says, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنَ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Now, he says, who is better in speech than one who invites to God and says, I am indeed, who invites to God and acts righteous and says, indeed, I am of the submitters. Meaning, I am of the submitters who submit to God. Who is better in speech? These people are not better than us because they are mushriks. I'm serious. A mushrik can never be better in speech than somebody who submits to God and acts righteous. No way. No. Regardless of their doctorate degrees, it's useless in front of God. And in Islam, your doctorate degree is useless. We don't need that. Because with all the doctorate degrees you have, you are fooling people. I'm serious. You are teaching people foolishness. Look at Dr. Omar Suleiman. Umar Suleiman, when I did this video, look at the foolishness he's teaching people. He says you should be doing salat ala nabi morning, evening, night. What? And he tells you your salat is incomplete without that. And you believe him because he has the doctor in front of his name. What? Seriously? Okay. So now he's been asked a question. It's a generalized question. Now listen to the answer.
Yeah, I believe there's an adaka.
Then he says, I believe there is another adaka. Now, look. He says, I believe. Do you see the problem? You don't see the problem with the answer he's given. He's going to use his opinion to give the answer. They ask him a question. If that answer is found in the book of God, or if that answer is found from the prophet, let's assume they claim the prophet is the hadith books. Okay, let's assume the hadith books is where they find the answer. I tackled this particular hadith they normally quote, where I dealt with Mohammed hijab, the one they quote, that yushiku ala rajulun saying that he's sitting on his couch with a cushion and he will say follow only the Quran. This is the hadith they normally quote in Jamia Tirmizi. You remember? They like quoting that particular hadith, right? Okay, go and watch my video on Muhammad hijab. I dismantled him on that. Now, these people will now sit down with their opinions when they are asked a question. Then now they are going to use their opinion. I thought they said the prophet is the best mufassir of the deen. If the prophet is the best mufassir according to your allegations, the ones you claim, how come you don't give us the answers which he has given to people when you are asked questions? The simplest thing you should do is when you are asked a question, then you refer to the explanations of the messenger and give people the answer. That is the best, right? Okay. But now they will put the messenger to the trash. They leave him on the side. So now listen to the answer.
Quran only? Would not consider them Muslims.
Then he jumped to Quran only. I will not consider them Muslims. Dr. Shadee, you don't deserve the doctor. Mushrik Shadee, Elmasry, who cares about your opinion? He said, I will not consider them Muslims. Is Islam for your father? No, seriously, does Islam belong to your father? Or is it for your family? Seriously. He said, I will not consider them Muslim. Who cares about your opinion? Is Islam for you? You yourself, are you not a passenger? But that you being in passenger, you are standing at the pedestrian pavement. You are not even into the Islam itself. And you say you don't consider who Muslim. Who needs you? Do you think Islam needs mushriks like you? He said, Quran only, I will not consider them Muslims. Oh. So you jump from rejecting the hadith, and you couldn't even specify which hadith. So if somebody rejects even da'if hadith, according to these guys, they say you are a kafir. I'm serious. But I don't see them most of the times. They consider Shias as Muslims. Shia reject your hadith books. Sunnis, or you don't know, the Sunnis. The Shia people reject most of your hadith books. They don't agree with you. But you don't call them kafirs. At least not all of them. You don't call all of them kafirs, right? Yeah. Okay. So you have the guts to call somebody who follows the book of guidance, which the prophet himself followed, which God says in Quran chapter 61 verse 9, Huwa allazi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzirahu ala dini kullihi. Right? So he, God, who has sent his messenger with the guidance and the religion of truth. Where is the guidance? Quran. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. That is the book wherein there is no doubt. As guidance for who? For those who are pious. So we decide to take the guidance from the Quran. You are now saying you will not consider as Muslims. And we you, the mushriks, even we ask you the definition of Muslims, it seems you don't know. Because a Muslim is somebody who has submitted his will to God. It doesn't say submit your will to Hadith books. Out of your foolishness, you use your opinions to mislead the people. And when correctional officer is making an effort to wake up the dead masses, the dead damaged brains out there, they think I'm the enemy. Let's go.
Yeah. Because you by necessity negate many things known in religion by necessity.
He's giving his opinion still. Because he says, but you by necessity negate many things relating to the religion by necessity. Yes, I have to reject it because it doesn't make sense and it's not part of Islam. If it's part of Islam, why is it not in the package in the Quran? Seriously. If it is not in the book of God, why add it part of Islam? God says to the Prophet, Quran chapter 5 verse 3, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum nimati. Then he says, wa raditu lakum al-islam dina. Chapter 5 verse 3. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. So God has completed the deen. Wa atmamtu alaykum nimati, and completed the blessing upon us. Wa raditu lakum al-islam dina. And he has approved Islam as a deen. Some people will say way of life. Some people will say religion. Some people will say doctrine. Some people will say faith. And it's still in context. He has approved it for you. Now follow the Islam he has given you. So it's complete, right? Islam is complete. So the completion of Islam, we found it in the book of God. It's not in the hadith we heard it has been completed. We find the completion of Islam in the Quran. So now we go back to the book of God. Quran chapter 6 verse 115. God says, وَتَمَّتْ كَلِمَةُ رَبِّكَ صِدْقًا وَعَدْلًا لَا مُبَدِّلَ لِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. He is telling the prophet, the word of your Lord is complete in truth and justice. There is no alteration to his words. Right? Okay. So in the same book, God is telling the prophet that the word of God is complete. In the same book, God is telling the prophet the deen has been completed. So now we have the book. Quran is complete. So now after the Quran, we have some foolish mushriks now telling us that if you negate or reject the foolish, garbage, nonsensical things they are telling you after the book of God, you are a kafir. This is what they are telling us. What? Are you not the same people saying the prophet is saying kullu bid'atin finnar? He is telling you that every bid'ah is dalala and every bid'ah is of hellfire, right? So now, when we say bid'ah is innovation, these same people, they are claiming that if you invent something which is not in line with the religion, Islam, which God has approved for us, that is rejected. So it is dalala. And it has to, you find yourself in hell if you innovate something like that. So why do you innovate certain things, bringing your garbage books, in trying to impose it on us and saying, no, this guy, Quran alone, people, if you follow the Quran alone, you are a kafir. Wallah, if you don't follow our garbage books, you are a kafir. If you reject one hadith, one sahih, then they will use the word sahih hadith, sahih. Is Islam for your father or for your mother? You are even making me talk like Shetawali. Does Islam belong to your parents? Seriously, say, I will not consider them as Muslim. Who need your opinion? Just because you have doctorate. Doctorate of foolishness. Let's continue.
And it's probably...
I don't know if he was crying at that time. Or he's sniffing something. I don't know. What's that? Simple question. If it's there in the Quran, bring the answer and give. You didn't even quote any reference to give your answer. Look at the... Oh.
The greatest disrespect to the Prophet ﷺ is...
Then he said, probably the greatest disrespect to the Prophet is what?
Perennialism in Quran.
Then he says perennialism. Perennialism. So if you are a perennialist, he says it's a greatest respect to the prophet. Is that what the prophet said? No. The prophet never said it anyway. But he said it's greater disrespect. And then he says Koranism. Hey, now this nism, they've invented a new one again. Huh? Since when did we have Quran and Nism? Koranism. Okay. These people are an innovation of languages and words. Okay. So this perennialism and Koranism, according to this guy, me, I'm just hearing the nism added all. Okay. And he is saying it is the greatest disrespect to the prophet. Was according to these foolish people again. Your own hadith book is saying khuluqu Quran. All the life of the prophet, it is only the Quran he followed. Wallahi, these guys are bozos. You claim, according to the hadith, he says, Nana Aisha says, khuluqu Quran. All his character, his life, everything, the Quran is what the prophet followed. So now you are saying it is the greatest disrespect again to the same prophet that if we follow the Quran alone, it's the greatest disrespect. Let it make sense to me. Seriously. No, let it make sense. Now, let me explain these things he's just mentioning. Let me put this on the screen so that you get to know what he's trying to tell us. So he says the greatest disrespect to the prophet is perennialism and Koranism. So let's go to let's see what is a perennialist. When we say perennialist, we are talking about someone who believes that the focus of education should be the ideas that have lasted over centuries. They believe the ideas are as relevant and meaningful today as when they were written, right? They recommend that students learn from reading and analyzing the works by history's finest thinkers and writers. So this is what a perennialist is. So when it comes to perennialism, we have people who believe that the focus of education should be the ideas that have lasted over centuries. They believe the ideas are as relevant and meaningful today as when they were written, right? They recommend that students learn from reading and analyzing the works by history's finest thinkers and writers. So when we take it in the context of religion, we are talking about people who base Islam on Quran, right? Directly from the Quran is an ancient book, 1,400 years above. So you're basing your Islam from that book, and that Islam should be studied from that foundation, right? So according to this guy, he is saying the Quranism, this Quranism he's talking, and there's the perennialism. He is saying that it is the greatest disrespect to the what? To the prophet. That is his opinion. Yeah. No, moi, Nino. So that is his opinion, by the way. So let's continue.
Perennialism, the perennialist is also outside of Islam.
So he's talking about Quranism being outside of Islam. So if I pledge to follow the Quran alone for my guidance, according to him, you are outside of Islam. This is his opinion still. He never gave any reference. He never gave any Quranic reference, not even hadith. He didn't quote their hadith books so that we can whip him woto. Like Odumo do black. That's the way I would have messed him up. But he didn't quote any verse, any hadith. Okay. So now he is saying that perennialism and Quranism, they are outside Islam, right? This is his opinion, right?
Holding that the belief in the prophet, despite having heard of him, is not an obligation, and
so when you hold that the belief in the prophet, listen, let me repeat that part.
Holding that the belief in the prophet, despite having heard of him, is not an obligation.
Holding that the belief in the prophet, despite having heard of him, is not an obligation. If it is an obligation, where should it come from? From the book of God. We are obliged to follow what God instructs us from the book of God. No Quran alone follower who takes up Quran for guidance will reject that. We all accept. So far as we can find it in the context of the Quran, we are okay with it. I'm serious. If any mushrik can prove to me from the Quran where it says the Prophet married a CCSO girl, tomorrow, I'll give my daughter for marriage. She's 8 years. I'll do that. If you can prove to me from the Quran where it tells you that the Prophet married a CCSO girl, wallahi, me from tomorrow, I'm ready to surrender my daughter. She's 8 years. I'll surrender her. We are only teaching you that you are being fooled. You have become foolish people through these garbage books. And when I'm saying, you say I'm insulting, right? And that's how it should be. Because God even says, do you think that most of them listen or reason? He says they are just like livestock. That is Quran chapter 25, verse 44. In Quran chapter 8, verse 22, God says the worst of creatures in front of God are the deaf and dumb who do not reason. This is God speaking. Right? I don't see you saying God is insulting us. God is insulting us. But when babashuaib saying foolishness, no, you say, hey, he's insulting us. Go and check Quran chapter 7, verse 155. Moses was standing in front of God and telling God, will you annihilate us because of what the foolish people among us have done? Oh, so I never seen anybody say Moses is insulting people. Moses is insulting his people foolish. Look, if you act foolish, you should be told you are a fool for acting foolish. Yes. Who is a fool? Someone who lacks good judgment. Why will you call a wise man a fool? A wise man should be called a wise man because he is wise. But if you act foolish, yes, we deserve to be called a fool. Why are you so pained? Why are you so hurt? Because you are guilty. I'm serious. You are guilty. No, seriously. When you rape kids and you are called a rapist, you don't like that word, right? Because it sounds offensive. So you get angry because you're guilty. Babashuaib, you called me a madman, I'm laughing at you. And you are getting infuriated. Why? First of all, if you say I'm a madman, why are you upset with Babashuaib? You say he's crazy. You say Babashuaib is crazy. But why are you upset? So check yourself away. It means you are rather mad. Because if a madman is saying something, you say he's a madman and you are getting infuriated, it's like you are lying to yourself then. Then why? Because if we go to the courtroom, the judge will say you are not well. Because why are you taking a madman to court? And why you say a madman is insulting you? Does it make sense? Quran chapter 43, verse 78. We have brought you the truth, but most of you hate the truth. It's because they hate the truth. That's why they get infuriated. Yes, they see the sense in what I tell them. Yes. And that's why they get infuriated. So if you are a mushrik, I'll tell you to your face. I make the videos. You see that I'm not scared of any of you. I'll tell you. If you are a mushrik, I'll tell you. I'm not scared of you. I'm serious. Okay? So let me romance your egos a bit and tell you the truth in the bitter way. Let's go forward.
And the person can still attain salvation without it. This is yours indeed. You negated the biggest. It's the first pillar.
He says, I'm even losing my English. Let me drink water. It's because of the nasheed I'm losing my English. He says that is the first pillar. Let me repeat that part. Seriously. This guy is a doctor. Listen.
You negated the biggest. It's the first pillar.
If I say I don't believe in hadith, is it the first pillar of Islam? How is I don't believe in hadith books the first pillar of Islam? No, let it make sense. I'm serious. How? Hey, these doctors, eh? Hey. Were you? Hey. Believing is in hadith books. Is it a pillar of Islam? How? When? Hey. These doctors. Let's continue.
La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. That's Shahada is the first pillar of Islam.
First pillar of Islam. La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Saying of La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah is not a problem. What is a problem is when you say Ashadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna Muhammadan abdu wa rasulu. That's where the problem is. I'm going to show you the difference. So let this guy finish saying what he's saying.
Okay. Doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that.
So he says it doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that. It means you are a kafir. Okay, so let me show you the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, these people don't know the difference between what we say ashadu and then you are just saying la ilaha illallah. When you go to Quran chapter 37 verse 35, let me put it on the screen so people can see it, right? I'm going to put it on the screen here. And here we go. So for those on Facebook and YouTube, you can see the screen, right? So God says, "Innahum kanu iza qila lahum la ilaha illallah yastakbirun." It says, indeed, they became arrogant when they were told there is no deity except Allah, that is the God, right? So they became arrogant. When you tell people la ilaha illallah, they don't like it. You understand? They become arrogant. Okay. Then now, this is the shahada God has in the Quran. Let's go and see. If we are going to see Ashadu Anna Muhammad Rasulullah, let's go and check. You go to Quran chapter 3 verse 18. This is what God says. Shahidallahu annahu la ilaha illa huwa wal malaikatu wa ulil ilm qa'iman bil qist la ilaha illa huwa azizul hakim. So God says, God testifies, God bears witness. It's just like babashuaib. I can bear witness of myself that I'm wearing black shirt. I can bear witness of myself that this is babashuaib sitting here. You know, sometimes when you have this kind of sickness, is it amnesia or anemia? I forgot this. Is it insomnia or amnesia? Between these two sickness, there's the one which you forget things. It makes you forget. Sometimes interchanging the two can confuse me. Is it insomnia or amnesia, right? It can be amnesia or insomnia. I think insomnia is about the sleep, right? Or is it, no, dementia? Let me confirm here. Wait. So that some people can also know the difference. Amnesia. Amnesia is amnesia. So this amnesia is partial or total loss of memory, right? So now when somebody has this amnesia, he cannot tell the difference about himself because he has the memory loss. So he can even forget who he is. If you ask him, who are you? He can look at you, he says, who am I? I don't know who am I. Can you tell me who I am? You understand? So this is what we call amnesia. You can lose your memory. So when somebody, exactly when you forget, so you lose the memory, that's amnesia. So when that happens, you cannot bear witness of yourself. Like when they ask you, are you babashuaib? You can't remember. You lose the memory because sometimes it affects your memory of identity. So you don't know. Sometimes you can even see your wife and you don't know her. Or you see your kids and you don't know them. You don't remember them. So when that happens, right, you can't bear witness of yourself. So some people will say, why is God bearing witness of himself? Before somebody can bear witness that you are babashuaib, you babashuaib must know yourself first. You have to bear witness that you know yourself before somebody else can also bear witness that this is babashuaib. Do you get my point? Okay, so for some people, it will not make sense. They don't understand this concept. Why they will say, why is God bearing witness of himself? Yeah, you understand? So this is, some people don't understand this aspect, right? Okay, let me see if I can make the screen. Yeah. Some people don't understand this aspect. So when you go to Quran chapter 3 verse 18, it says God testifies, or God bears witness. It bears witness that there is no God except him. And so do the angels and those of knowledge standing in justice. There is no deity, that is, there is no God except him, the Almighty, the Wise. Do you see? This is the Shahada we find in the Quran, because it starts with God himself, and it starts with the angels, and it starts with those who possess knowledge, those of knowledge. Yes, like right now we are acquiring knowledge from the book of God. Yes, that is the Shahada. Nowhere did we see wa ashadu anna Muhammadan abdu wa rasul is nowhere written anywhere. As a matter of fact, the only place you see the ashadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, they are the hypocrites who do that. Surah Al-Munafiqun, chapter 63, verse 1. When the hypocrites, when they come, when the messenger was alive, this is what God told them. Listen, it's on the screen. God says, إِذَا جَاءَكَ الْمُنَافِقُونَ قَالُوا نَشْهَدُ إِنَّكَ لَرَسُولُ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ أَنْ إِنَّكَ لَرَسُولُهُ وَاللَّهُ يَشْهَدُ إِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ لَكَاذِبُونَ. God says, when the hypocrites come to you, Muhammad, when he was alive, they say, we testify or we bear witness that you are a messenger of God. Listen. Then God says, and God knows that you are his messenger. Are you now going to bear witness and tell God that Muhammad is his messenger? And then God testifies that the hypocrites are liars. It doesn't mean Muhammad is not the messenger. He is the messenger. But when you say you bear witness, were you there? No, were you standing there when God chose Muhammad as a messenger? Did you see it? What does God need your witness for? To bear witness for what? Wallahi lazim. The whole of Quran, you will never see the full phrase where it says the first pillar of Islam is Ashadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna Muhammadan abdu wa rasul. You never see that. The whole of Quran, you will never even see where God is commanding you to say Ashadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. To use the word Ashadu. Were you there? No, I don't. Let it make sense to me. Were you there? Look, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. I'm taking you to Quran chapter 4 verse 79. Somebody will say, babashuaib, what is the problem if I say I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger? You don't have the right to bear witness. Only hypocrites do that. So if you are doing that, refrain, you are a hypocrite. It doesn't mean you don't believe in him as a messenger. Look, believing in him as a messenger is a different story altogether. Belief and bearing witness are not the same thing. Bearing witness of something, you have to be present. You have to witness it, or you have to see the evidence of it physically where you are there, present. That is how you bear witness. So even if the people at Muhammad's time couldn't bear witness, then who are you now in the 21st century to say you are bearing witness of what? I don't understand. Let it make sense to me. You bear witness that, were you there? If you go to courtroom right now, you will lose the case. You only need to believe. You believe in the unseen. You don't say you witnessed the you are a fool to say you have witnessed the unseen. You are the biggest fool. I'm tired of considering you are so foolish. You don't see it. Why are you telling God you bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger? Were you there? God only needs you to believe in the unseen. You never seen it, so you believe. You don't bear witness of the unseen. So let me show you the foolishness you've been doing. Quran chapter 4 verse 79. Listen what God says. God was telling the messenger in this verse. If you read the verse and you are about to end, the first part is talking about whatever happens, is talking to the messenger. Whatever happens to you of good or evil is up to you, right? But here, God says, وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ is talking to Muhammad. Listen carefully. وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ linnas rasulan wa kafa billahi shahida. It is only a fool who will not understand what God is saying here. I'm serious. Look, it is only a fool who will not understand the statement God is saying here. God says, he says, and we have sent you, wa arsalnaka, you Muhammad, wa arsalnaka linnas rasulan. We have sent you to the people as a messenger. Right? Okay. And sufficient is God as a witness. When I put water in this cup, babashuaib, correctional officer, when I put water here and it's full, we use the word enough or sufficient. The moment something is sufficient, you don't add. Do you get my point? When something is sufficient, you don't add. The moment you add, it will be useless. I'm serious. If you add, it is useless. It's of no use for you to bear witness. God wants you to believe. Amana rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbihi wal mu'minun. Kullun amana billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi la nufarriqu bayna ahadin min rusul. Right? Quran chapter 2, verse 286. What God needs from you is to believe. Right? Okay. Let me confirm. Verse 285, right? Sorry, chapter 2, verse 285, not 286. Yeah? Good. Now, so you just need to believe in God. Yeah, thank you very much. Abu Suleiman, yes, I'll check that for you. 386. Yes, Abu, I think the missing link you are not getting is we are talking about bearing witness. You saying you bear witness that somebody is a messenger. Here you are witnessing that he's the truth. He's talking about people who have seen him. So here, chapter 3, verse 86, it says, how shall God guide a people? Because remember, Muhammad was sent to his people, litunzira qawman ma unzira abahum fahum gafilun. Quran chapter 36, verse 11. In order to warn a people whose fathers were not warned. Right? Okay. So how shall God guide a people who disbelieved after their faith and had witnessed that the messenger is true because they've seen him, they've seen the true messenger, right? So it is not about bearing witness to say ashadu, like I bear witness. You are not there when he was made a messenger. So how can you bear witness of him as a messenger? That's what the point I'm making. If you are not there, this verse is even talking to people who were there. You who is not there, how do you bear witness? But we are going to talk about people who were even there. Can they even bear witness? We are going to see. Because you have to use the Quran to establish the truth. Al-Haq. It is the Furqan. So I'm going to go through some verses to show people that even the believers at his time didn't have the right to say we bear witness. Because here it is God making the statement. Okay. So then he says, while the proofs has come to them, and God does not guide the transgressing people. Okay. Now, so this is the verse different. This verse is different from the context of what we are speaking about. Now, let's go back to the point I was making. Concerning bearing witness, right, between the messenger and the people. Can they say we bear witness between them? So let's see. I take you to Quran chapter 29, verse, is it 52? In Quran chapter 29, verse 52, this is what the messenger says. So let's see this. Quran chapter 29, verse 52. Let's see if we have any chance to say we bear witness. We saw God himself says, وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ لِلنَّاسِ رَسُولًا وَكَفَّى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. So God says he is sufficient as a witness. He is sufficient. Kafa. So now Muhammad, peace be upon him, alayhi salam, he's going to reiterate that statement. So now check what he says here. He says, Kul. The messenger is being asked to tell the people, Kul. Kafa billahi bayni wa baynakum shahida. He says, sufficient is God as a witness between me and you. God is sufficient because God himself, who sent Muhammad as a messenger, already claimed that responsibility. Quran chapter 4, verse 79. وَأَرْسَلْنَاكَ لِلنَّاسِ رَسُولًا وَكَفَّى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. Right? Okay. So now, sufficient is God as a witness between me and you. He knows whatever is in the heavens and the earth. As for those who believe in falsehood and disbelieve in God, they are those who are the losers. So do you see this verse? This verse is placing the emphasis on the messenger telling the people, God is sufficient between me and you. God does not need us to come and bear witness again. Say Muhammad, Ashadu anna Muhammadan. God doesn't need that. Wallahi, it does. Look, are you now going to tell God you bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger? Hey, oh no. Is it by force? God says he is sufficient. You are saying by force. And the worst part is people of the 21st century. Are you going to by forcefully tell God that you bear witness Muhammad is his messenger? No, were you there? How? God says he is sufficient. Muhammad again repeated, peace be upon him. He says, sufficient is God between me and you. Still, the mushriks, you say, no. Ahi, but we have to tell God. We have to tell God. Why? We have to tell God Muhammad is his messenger by force. Look at babashuaib. He's telling us not to say it. That guy is a kafir. Common sense is not common again. Right? So, to say you bear witness here, to say you bear witness here, wait just a second. To say you bear witness by saying Ashadu anna Muhammad, it's not in the Quran. As a matter of fact, those who do it are hypocrites. God showed us the evidence in Quran chapter 63, verse 1. If you are doing it, you are a hypocrite. If today you are found out, stop it. God never gave you the authority to do that. It is coming from the hadith books. That is why the guy I played his video, the Shadee Elmasry, he is saying that it is the first pillar of Islam. Ashadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna. No. We only find Ashadu Allah ilaha illallah in the Quran. Some people will say, but then how are you bearing witness that God is God? Have you met God before? Have you seen God before? How are you bearing witness? Yeah, you saw you met God before coming. So let's check. You met God before coming to the earth. You don't know? Let me show you the verse. In Quran chapter 7, verse 172, right? This is the verse on the screen. So God says, وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ زُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدَهُمْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ. Then he says, then they said what? قَالُوا بَلَا شَهِدْنَا أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا غافلين. So he says, and when your Lord took from the children of Adam, from their emergence, that is their emergence coming out as coming out, and their descendants, then he says, and they testified, or they to bear witness, right? So they testified for themselves. Then God says, am I not your Lord? They said, indeed, we testify, or we bear witness, you are our Lord. That is before you come to the earth. Lest you should say on the day of resurrection, indeed, we were unaware of this. Now, let me show you the logic behind this verse. Here, the verse I just showed you, you bore witness that God is your Lord before you came to the earth. The children, all the children of Adam, when God was bringing you to the earth, you bear witness before he brings you into the field. It's just like a footballer. The coach will stand with you on the touchline. You know the coach is the coach, right? So the coach will start telling you, if you go inside, I want you to do this, and to do that, right? Then you are like, yes, boss. So you can't go on the field and now you are saying you don't know the coach. So now, Quran chapter 7, verse 172, you bore witness that God is your Lord before you came to the earth. That is why he's telling you that is the fitrah he has established mankind on. Quran chapter 30, verse 30. It is the fitrah. That is the fitrah, the nature that God has set us on. Right? The monotheism, to establish your deen for God. You've already bore witness before coming to the earth. Do you get my point? Okay. So now, somebody will say, how come I don't remember? I'm going to ask you a question. When you were born, before you were born, you were alive in your mother's stomach for maybe 9 months, 8 months, 7 months, 10 months, 11 months. Now, tell me, do you remember when you were there, even though you were alive? Can you remember what you were doing there? No, you don't. Okay. How about when you were born? Those first few months coming up till you became 1 year, do you remember what happened? Can you remember? Be honest. Can you remember? The answer is no. But you were alive. How come you don't remember? No, how come you don't remember? But you were alive. You should remember, right? Your memory doesn't have the capacity to remember at that time, right? Thank you. So God, being just and honest, decided to remind you that you bore witness already. So if you are coming to the earth again to share Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, it is nothing new. He is just a reminder. Do you get my point? So you come back to the earth here. Now your conscience is open. So now you have to say Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah. You bear witness. You already bore witness. You forgot. Now he's reminding you. So since now you remember, bear witness that he is your God. He doesn't want you to idolize anybody else. Do you get my point? So we saying Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah alone is enough. It's not now we are going to say wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan. Well, you saying Ashhadu will now make Muhammad his messenger? Seriously? He only wants you to believe in Muhammad as a messenger. babashuaib, I believe in Muhammad as a messenger. I don't need to bear witness. I'm not there. I was not there. I'm serious. If you say, oh, was I God? Was I there when God? You are a fool to ask me that question. I come from God. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I come from God and I'll go back to God. So if I'm bearing witness that he's my God, I already did that before coming on earth. So why are you surprised if I'm saying Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah? But you don't need to say Ashhadu anna Muhammad, because the messenger himself stopped you from doing that. And God himself stopped you from doing that. Why? Is it by force? And you are saying he's the first pillar of Islam. Look at the foolishness. Let me play that part where he's saying me that foolishness.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that.
Here
is the first pillar of Islam. Okay. It doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that. That's Shahada is the first. It's the first pillar. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's Shahada is the first pillar of Islam. Okay. It doesn't matter if you pray and fast after that. Is rejecting hadith.
Onkelos. Prophet Ibrahim, is that what he said before he became a Muslim? Sorry. Prophet Ibrahim, we are following his footsteps. Millata Ibrahim. Did he say la ilaha? Did he say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah? Is that what Muhammad said? Ibrahim said before he became a Muslim? We are following the Millata Ibrahim. How come you don't say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu Ibrahima Rasulullah? I don't hear any mushrik saying that. Trying to base Islam by force as if it's Muhammad's religion. Look, Islam belongs to God. Quran chapter 3 verse 19. Inna dina inda Allahi Islam. Islam doesn't belong to anybody but God. So stop limiting Islam as if it started in the 7th century. I'm serious. What is wrong with you? Abu Suleiman, thank you for the gift anyway. I see your message. So the funny part is then they will say kalimatu shahada. You have to say your kalimatu shahada. You keep fooling yourself with your doctorate degrees. They will say what kalimatu shahada. Who told you if I just open my beak and I just say la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul, that makes me a Muslim? Are you a fool? Who told you that makes you a Muslim? You need to submit your will to God, which is what makes you a Muslim. Look what God told Ibrahim alayhi salam. Quran chapter 2 verse 131. This is what makes you a Muslim. You have to submit your will to God. Quran chapter 2 verse 131. God told Ibrahim, this is what he told him. Is qala lahu rabbuhu aslim. Then he says, aslamtu li rabbil alamin. That's what Ibrahim said. I submit to the Lord of the worlds. That is what makes you a Muslim. You submit. Now this is what God says in Quran chapter 3 verse 20. For other people who have not submitted yet, look at what God says. God says, فَإِنْ هَاجُكَ فَقُلْ أَسْلَمْتُ وَجْهِيَ لِلَّهِ وَمَنْ تَبَعَنِي وَقُلْ لِلَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ وَالْأُمِّيِّينَ أَأَسْلَمْتُ. Have you submitted? أَأَسْلَمْتُ. فَإِنْ أَسْلَمُوا. Listen. فَإِنْ أَسْلَمُوا فَقَدِ تَدَى. Right? If they submit, then they have been guided. وَإِنْ تَوَلَّوْا فَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ الْبَلَاغُ وَاللَّهُ بَصِيرٌ بِالْعِبَادِ. Now it says, so if they argue with you, Muhammad, then say, I have submitted my aim, my attention, my face, but it's in the context of attention, my aim to God. And so have those who follow me. And say to those who were given the book and the unlearned, that is ummi, concerning the book of God, have you submitted? He didn't say this will say ashadu anna Muhammad Rasul. He never said that. Look, this verse is talking to Muhammad. Peace be upon him. This verse, read it into context. It's talking to Muhammad. And he's telling him what he should tell the people of the book and the ummiyina and those who argue with him. There is nowhere in this verse it says they have to say ashadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah or ashadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna Muhammad. It doesn't say that. It's just telling you how they can become submitters. You have to submit to God. Aslim. That's it. Submit. Seriously. So where is the word shahadatain from? The shahadatain. You do the shahada for God. You do the shahada for... Seriously, where does it come from? Okay. Anyways. So when I played this video of this guy, Shadee, this Shadee guy, Elmasry, he was now saying, they were asking him concerning the Quran alone followers. And he says he doesn't consider as Muslims. Right? And he gave his reasons that you cannot negate the things you hear about the Prophet? Where? No, where did God says I have to listen to the things being told about the Prophet? As a matter of fact, look what Quran chapter 6. Look what God says. Quran chapter 6, verse 112. I'm going to read up to 113. Listen what God says. Check what God says concerning the enemies of the Prophet. God says, He says, and thus have we made enemies. This is the verse. Let me read in Arabic. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ. Then he says, يُوحِي بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ زُخْرُفَ الْقَوْلِ الْغُرُورَ وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ مَا فَعَلُوا فَذَرْهُمْ وَمَا يَفْتَرُونَ. So now, verse 113. وَلِتَصْغَى إِلَيْهِ آفِدَةُ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ وَلِيَرْدَوْا وَلِيَقْتَرِفُوا مَا هُمْ مُقْتَرِفُونَ. Right? Yeah. Now the verse says, so that the minds of those who do not believe in the hereafter will incline to it in order to approve it and to commit what they are committing. So when you start from above, it says, and thus have we made enemies for every prophet, devils of humans and jinns, inspiring to each other the decoration of delusive speech. That is statement. Like the hadith books they have. They are decorated. It's delusive speech. I'm serious. They are the ones who decorated. Okay. Then God says, and if your Lord had willed, they will not have done it. Right? God intentionally allowed that to happen so that he can show you, the believers, the mushriks and the hypocrites, what they are doing. Then we can see them clearly. Because if the mushrik didn't exist, I would not be doing these lectures. I wouldn't be talking about the mushriks. Do you understand? They have to exist for a reason. Yes. If criminals don't exist, there will not be prisons. If thieves don't exist, there will not be prison yards. Prisons exist because they are criminals. You understand? Okay. Now, then God says, so leave them and what they fabricate. Leave them and what they fabricate. That is why we leave you and your garbage books. Yeah, we don't need it. But you are calling us kafirs. No problem. If a mushrik calls me a kafir, no problem. I can accept that. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is why we leave them and their books. God is telling us, leave them and what they fabricate. Why can't I leave them? I'm listening to God. He says, leave them and what they fabricate. We leave them. We don't need problem. I'm serious. I leave you. Mushriks. We don't need your books. Seriously. Seriously. Leave them if you want peace in your life. Wallahi, peace. These same people say if you have dogs in your house, the angels are not coming to your house. That's what they say. So it means if it's time for you to die, the angels will wait for you outside. The mushriks said they are these books, eh? They say when you have dog, the angels is not coming out in your house. So if I was you, I will fill my house with every food I have. I'll make sure I'm not going out. And I'll sit in my balcony to take the fresh air and sun. I'm not going out, though, seriously. I don't know how their hadith makes sense to them, seriously. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me give the chance for callers to call, right? Let me put that. That's the phone number. I'll be going to TikTok very soon. That is the phone number below the page. I'll be going to TikTok very soon. If you have something to say, just call. Yeah. And your questions, you can also ask questions. Type your questions for those on Facebook and YouTube. Those on TikTok, kindly hold on to your question. I'm coming there. I'll be, if you want to join me for a discussion, wait, I'm coming there soon. You can join me. Don't lack the patience. Keep your patience. Babashuaib is coming there. If you like, be the biggest scholar in the world. Wait for me, I'm coming. Seriously, those on TikTok. For those typing, I want to join you, bring me up. I'm doing a lecture. Now I'm getting finished almost. So please, wait for me there. When I come, you join me. Okay. So now, for those on Facebook and YouTube, that is the WhatsApp number there. You can call via WhatsApp. You have a contribution or something to say, I'm here. You call. For those in the beginning, before I started the program, those on Facebook and YouTube, and you thought I was scared of you. You say you have the questions, you have this. Okay, Babashuaib is there. Come back. Don't go, because I know the best you can do is to disturb me when I'm focusing on a lecture. So now I'm ready. If you think, yes, you are up to the game, like this person. Look, this person. Open up our chat or contact me, you Jahil, no problem. I should contact you. Who knows you? My number is on the page. That's my number. Call right now. Nobody knows you for me to even call you. Why should I bother? Imagine a homeless guy telling who should I say? Telling 50 cents, call me. Who knows you for 50 cents to call you? So you call. Babashuaib's number is there. Call me. Call 50 cents. Let's see. Call. The funny part, look, the funny part about them is when they come to my page and I want to ask them the questions, they say, brother, don't ask questions. Don't ask. Me, I'm here to ask you questions. I don't want to answer questions. Seriously, if you want to have fun, come to TikTok and witness the madness. When they come to my TikTok page, no matter how learned they are, they say, brother, you are not going to ask me questions. I'm the one going to ask you questions. I'm like, why? So you want to ask me questions for free and go? Just like that. Hey, Ushirikanga, I should also ask you a question. You just, because I say I'm the correctional officer, look, it's give and take. I'll ask, you ask, I ask. So don't this thing. Kwekumanaka, are you here? I think I saw some signal, something. Kwekumanaka, are you here? Yes, Faisal Rabi is saying something. He says, my concern is that mushriks have made people think this Quran is for Muhammad. Exactly. That is the problem. They made the Quran become Muhammad's book instead of the book of God. Quran chapter 10 verse 37 answers this issue, right? وما كان لهذا القرآن أن يفترى من دون الله ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين. So the Quran is not a book that can be invented by other than God. So not even Muhammad can come up with the Quran. So the Quran is a confirmation of what was before it and an elaboration of the Al-Kitab. There's no doubt therein from the Lord of the worlds. So it's not the book of Muhammad. No. So then people will be saying, hey, but we need the personal life of Muhammad. No, it's Islam for Muhammad. Seriously, what do you need his personal life for? So the way he goes to toilet, he should record it for you to follow. Hey! To the extent they will bring hadith books and say, oh, they are telling you how the Prophet sleeps with his wives. Look at the madness. What? So let me see. I think I tagged some questions. What did I see here? Mohammed Irshad says, Dear Shuaib, may I know the secret of gaining or having such a vast knowledge on Quran? I think this is a big question. May you know the secret. I think this is something I actually prayed to God for before. I prayed to God to give me this knowledge. And he said it in Quran chapter 20, verse 114, that we should say, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. You have to say, my Lord, increase me in knowledge. But then, before he increase you in knowledge, you take Quran chapter 56, verse 77, right? Where it says, إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنُ الْكَرِيمُ فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ لَا يَمَسُّهُ إِلَّا الْمُطَهَّرُونَ, right? Then he says, تَنزِيلٌ مِنْ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. So he says, indeed, it is a noble reading in a protected book. None will grasp it except the purified, right? So you have to be sincere in your heart. You have to be a sincere person to deal with the words of God, because then you'll be twisting things and lying to the people, right? So you need that purity. And then it is a revelation from the Lord of the worlds, right? So you don't joke with the words of God if you're telling the people. So that is why even the prophet was warned, right? So it says, "La tuharrik bihi lisanaka lita'ajala bihi." Quran chapter 75, verse 16. Do not hasten with your tongue in order to move with it. No, don't do that. Inna alayna jama'ahu wa qur'anahu. So it is based on God to do the compilation and how it should be read. It is not the duty of Muhammad, because it's not the book of Muhammad. So how the book is going to be read and how it's going to be compiled is not the duty of the prophet, neither the Sahaba. Nowhere in the Quran did God ever tell the Sahaba, you guys should preserve the Quran. Nowhere does it say you guys should compile the Quran. It's not the duty of them, anybody, to do that. It is the duty of God. I'm serious. So when some foolish people are asking you, how was the Quran preserved? It's not my duty. It is not our duty to preserve the Quran. It's God and his angels. That is their duty, not me. Don't ask me how was the Quran preserved. What do I need that for? The most important thing is I see the Quran in front of me. So somebody says, so the Quran came from the heaven. Are you a fool? I went to the library to get it. Where did you get yours? Did you meet any Sahaba in your life ever? No, where did you get yours also? Where? Then you say, how did you get the Quran? Does it matter? It doesn't matter. What matters is the book is in front of me. I can open and check. That's all. Don't tolerate any foolish questions. They are asking you, tell me, the Quran you are having, how did it get to you? How was it preserved? Because they want you to give credence to their garbage books. Always. Seriously. So don't tolerate nonsensical questions. Yeah? Good. So I guess, brother Muhammad Irshad, that is one of the secrets I can give you, which is to ask God to give you the knowledge. Because according to Quran chapter 2, verse 255, and what most people will say Ayatul Kursi, it says, وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ إِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ. And none can encompass anything from his knowledge except for what he wills. So you can only get the knowledge when God wills for you to have it. That's how you can have the knowledge, right? So that is why, babashuaib, since I rely on God for all this, I can confidently sit in front of the people and speak about the Quran. It doesn't mean I know more than everybody. No, that's not the point. I happen to chance up on the knowledge first before most of you. But it doesn't mean I know it all. So I know enough to teach people because God has taught me. You see the difference? So when you also learn, you cross-check the things I say, you examine. And you don't have to just accept everything I say. Use your faculty, your reasoning. You listen and reason so that you don't become like a livestock. Quran chapter 25, verse 44. Quran chapter 67, verse 10. People will go to hell because they fail to listen and reason. So when you are listening to babashuaib, don't only listen. Please, listen and reason. Don't always agree with everything I said. Check and reason. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, give it time. Maybe it might make sense later. Right? So just because some things doesn't make sense to you now doesn't mean it's a lie. It just doesn't make sense to you. So just have patience. At the right time, it will make sense, right? So this is why Quran chapter 7 verse 36 says, do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. So the burden is not rest on me, the speaker. The burden is on you, the listener. So pay that, give that attention, right? Thank you very much, Sister Hannah. She said, can everyone please like and share the video? And thank you, Baba, for the laughs. You never disappoint. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sometimes I need to put in these jovial aspects so that it sticks to the people's mind. They will remember every aspect of the video, right? If you are too serious about everything or so serious about everything, people will never take you seriously, right? And so this is why the things I do, it pinches the mushriks to the core. Yeah, especially when I add the jovial aspect, it pinches them deep. I get the feedback, so I know how it pinches them. Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate the support for all of you, especially Sister Hannah Banana. God bless you for this. Yeah. Hey, Brother Munir, I see you. Peace to you. Peace and blessings to you. Yeah. Brother Munir Al-Badawi, I see you. Somebody, Zionist Nasi says, I'm from South Africa. What is your code? Please, I hope you don't need glasses. Look at the screen. My number with the code, everything is there. Why are you still asking me what is the code? Seriously? Do you think I'm doing a local program? It's an international program. Everybody is watching from all over the world. Why are you asking me? Okay, it's calling.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Abdurrahman and I'm phoning from South Africa.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. How may I help you?
Well, in fact, I was introduced to you in this week. Some friends of mine, they gave me some of your video clips or YouTube clips, and I've listened to it. I must say quite a lot that I agree with you, and there's quite a lot that I don't agree with you.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay. I'm glad you've got this program to open up the people's mind, to bring about thought-provoking issues.
Yeah.
Which, because the Muslims generally have abandoned the Holy Quran.
Yes, I agree.
Let me give you a little bit of my background. I was a Sunni and I've accepted Islam Ahmadiyya.
Okay.
So my beliefs compared to the rest of the 72 Muslim sects, the understanding of the Holy Quran is quite different. Like, for example, you talk about jinn. Can you give me an idea? What do you understand by jinn, or what is the definition about jinn according to your understanding? So what did you derive from the Holy Quran of jinn? What is jinn all about?
Jinn, also the creations of God, and God created jinns. But I believe jinn is the invisible aspect that we cannot see, because according to Quran chapter 7 verse 27, they see us from a place we don't see them, right? And when you read Surah Al-Jinn chapter 72, it gives you the classification or the criteria of a jinn. A jinn you can see there is a clear difference between a jinn and a human being. They can do things we cannot do. You understand? But in a simplified form, a jinn is created to serve God, just like we are also created to serve God. So that is what I can say. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me give you the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'ah understanding of jinn.
Wait. Why do you need to give me the Ahmadiyya understanding of the jinn? Why?
You gave me your understanding and what you derive from the word jinn.
No, but why did you say Ahmadiyya? Why did you say Ahmadiyya?
Because our understanding is different to yours. I can prove to you that jinn has got different meanings.
But wait a minute. I don't need Ahmadiyya's point of view. Are you going to give me your point of view or what?
I'm going to give you the Quranic point of view, not my point of view.
Good, then speak to the Quran. Speak to the Quran, yes.
That's why I say, let me confirm with you. Does jinn also mean snake? Does jinn also mean snake?
Does jinn also mean, it doesn't mean snake. Snake is snake, jinn is jinn. How does jinn mean snake?
No, in Arabic, is jinn referred to as snake as well?
One word in Arabic doesn't only have one meaning. In Arabic, a word can have multiple meanings. Are you going to wait? Are you wait, please. Abdurrahman. Is it Abdurrahman or Abdurrahim?
Okay. Abdurrahman.
Okay, Abdurrahman, wait. If you are only going to understand an entity based on the name, you'll be confused.
No, you said jinn is invisible, something invisible.
Because God says it. God says it. Am I the one who said it?
What?
Am I the one who said it, or the Quran says it?
Let me explain to you first what is jinn according to the Quran.
I said, listen to me. Wait. Abdurrahman. Number one,
yes.
We are talking about an off-topic discussion. Number one. Number two, Number two, I don't know if you came to ask a question or you came to argue. What is your point exactly? What are you here to do?
No, my point is some words from the Holy Quran, you have a very narrow understanding. And
is that your point of view?
Sorry?
No, is that your wait.
No, from my observation about you.
Okay, then we can call him. You can call me for a debate. Arrange a debate for that.
Okay, that will be good.
Yes. So contact me. Choose a topic. Contact me. Then we have a debate. If you are an Ahmadi, listen. If you are an Ahmadi and you are going to talk to me about anything, I don't need your point of view. I need your scholar's opinion.
No, not my scholars. I'm going to give a Quranic opinion.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm going to prove to the Quran.
And I said, listen to me. You are an Ahmadi.
Okay.
You don't have authority in Ahmadiyya. Do you have authority?
I have authority from the Quran. I have authority just like you have authority from
Brother,
the Quran.
I'm asking you a question. I say you are an Ahmadi, yes or no?
Right.
Good. So in Ahmadiyya sect, do you have an authority?
From the Quran, yes.
Who gave you, Abdurrahman, authority? Listen to me. Listen.
I use Quran to prove to you.
But listen. In Ahmadiyya, are you an authority in Ahmadiyya? Who knows you in Ahmadiyya as an authority?
No, you don't need an authority. I'm an ordinary Ahmadi.
Then you belong to a sect.
Listen, I was a Sunni. And
I don't need your background. Stop telling me your history. Listen, I don't need your history. Stop telling me your history. We don't need to know your biography or whatever. I'm just saying you must
tell me, you must ask me if I can prove what I'm saying from the Quran.
I said I didn't ask you that question. I didn't. Hey, Abdurrahman.
Yes.
You made a claim. You say you are an Ahmadi. So you belong to Ahmadiyya. True or false?
Right.
Who is the founder of Ahmadiyya? Thank you. So if I need a clarification on any topic, who should give me, according to your sect, who should give me that clarification?
The Quran.
Okay, I agree. You said the Quran. That is good. Oh, wait. I agree. You said the Quran. Now, whose point of view are you going to present to me?
All right. You see, if you go.
I'm asking you a question. Oh, don't explain. I'm asking you a question. Please. Please.
The Holy Quran. Wait.
I'm not waiting. Wait. I'm not waiting.
Finish your point.
I'm not. I said, whose point of view are you going to give me? Simple. That's all I ask.
The Quranic point of view. The Quranic point of view.
Abdurrahman.
We don't understand the Holy Quran like fairy tales. Like many of your so-called Muslims, you believe the Quran is a book of tales. You believe that Muhammad went into the heaven with his body and he spoke to unseen creatures. You know, you all have funny beliefs about the Quran. I'll give you a more realistic.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Me?
You generally, aren't you Sunni? What are you?
Oh my God, you lost me.
What sect do you present? What sect do you present?
Have a nice day. No, have a nice day, Abdurrahman. Hey, what is this? Hey, correctional officer, who am I new? Correctional officer, I need help. Guys, I need help. I need help. That the guy is lost. Oh, he doesn't know on which platform he's calling. Hey, no, I'm serious. He doesn't know which platform he's calling. He doesn't know what I represent. To. He said he's asking me if I'm a Sunni. Please, can you kindly verify if there's another babashuaib who is a Sunni out there? The guy lost me. Oh my God. Yeah. Hey. So no wonder he's not listening. I'm telling him no, he's not listening. Ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Who gave the guy my number? The guy is lost too. He doesn't know what I do here. I think there's another babashuaib somewhere. I'm serious. There could be another babashuaib. Because the other babashuaib is looking for that one is a Sunni. Hey! How? How did this guy mistake me for a Sunni? How? He says, I believe in fairy tales. And hey! I know mushriks are confused, but I don't know they're confused to this extent. I'm serious. Look, this statement Balogun said, this one. Balogun says, Baba, your phone must be tired of receiving clueless callers. I'm serious. Sometimes I can just get a caller, and he says, babashuaib, you have been running away. I'm going to defeat you in a debate. Then I'll be like, who are you? Then the person is like, who are you? They cannot even identify themselves. And this same person says he wants to defeat me. Hey. Hey. Oh, no. People are brain damaged. Brain damaged. How can you say you are coming to debate with somebody? You don't know what the person represents. You don't know the person's background. You don't know what the person's foundation is, but you say you want to debate with him. Let it make sense. How does it make sense? So no wonder when they come, they don't want to listen to what I'm saying. I'm laying down straight, simple instructions. They don't want to listen. And the person, hey. The guy got me tired though. So TikTok, I apologize, TikTok. I don't know if I have energy to go to TikTok. The guy lost me. He lost me. Seriously, he lost me along the way. I'm like, who is this guy? Hey! So with all this vim is coming for, he took the wrong direction. He went to the wrong road. Maybe somebody told him go right and he went left on the way. That's how he ended up on my platform. Hey, seriously. And the funny part is this guy has been in comment section for more than like 30 minutes and he's still lost on what I was doing. Hey, I'm still shocked. Yeah, he took the left turn because maybe the one who gave him the direction told him go right. And then he took left and started calling me. Hey, I'm still trying to gather the thoughts to see how it makes sense and how he even called me, because at the time when he wrote in the message comment, he says, give me your code, country code. I'm like, this is the number on the screen. It has the country code, everything on the screen. And this person was typing, saying, give me the country code. I'm like, what? Yeah, Sister Angel. Yes, Angel Malaika, you're welcome. Somebody was giving me headache right now. You missed that. I don't know if you saw that. Hey, that part will be on YouTube. So after the Facebook YouTube, kindly watch at the ending part. You will be amazed. So they gave him a direction. I think the wrong address, house address. He came to my house. Because it's not the right address. And the guy says he came to argue with me. I'm like, no, it's not me. They give you the wrong address. He said I'm a Sunni. How? How did I become a Sunni? Hey, I'm still shocked. Seriously, guys, I think this is okay. The guy just stopped the program. He gave the top ending to the program. I'm going to TikTok, right? So kindly join me there if you have any important things to discuss. I'll be on TikTok, right? So join me. Yeah, Shaheen Sam, yes. I was amazed when he thought I was a Sunni. I'm like, where has he been watching me and how? How did he get that idea? How? Seriously, how? No, how? Tell me. What made him think I'm a Sunni? How? Seriously. What video of me will you see online that gives you the impression that I'm a sectarian, a Sunni? How? Hey. Thank you very much, S. Faraj. So, ladies and gentlemen, those on Facebook and YouTube, this is where your program is coming to an end. I'm going to TikTok, so kindly join me there, and let's break some ribs. And be careful when you are coming there. Be careful, because you'll be laughing till you drop from your couch. Yeah. Liman Imran, he said. He just wake up from sleep, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure he wake up from sleep. First, Rabbi says he made you upset. Yeah, he was talking too much. Like, I was trying to simplify our conversation, but he kept talking. That's what sometimes get on my nerves when they do that. Thank you very much, Bilal Jibri. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your support. Thank you. I've done almost 2 hours. I'm going to TikTok now. Thank you for those all those who sent me the gift, including those on TikTok. I appreciate your support. Thank you. God bless you for the gifts. Sister Hannah, thank you for the support. God bless you. You're doing amazing. Thank you all for being present. I think next week I'll be doing a question and answer session. So it will be fully a question and answer session next week. And also, I might be doing a program with a brother, but usually that program will be in Hausa language. So I might not be able to do it, to share it to my English viewers. But next week I'll be on live, but I'll be doing question and answer session. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate the support. I see you all. Sister Khadija, yes, that is my online mom. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, mom. We have Destroyer Fires a tribe. We will have learned snake in Zulu. Ahmadiyya said we don't know of their existence in Nigeria. Yes. Yeah, Ahmadiyya is something else. I think they originated from Pakistan. Insha will interact. Yes, inshallah, Imran Khan. Yes. Thank you very much, Abdullah Abbas. Yeah, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Abdul Samad, Baba Seidu, Salis Jimmy, Fatima Chin. Yes, he said he did not listen to anything you said. Yeah, it's true. He wasn't listening. And when people are not listening, it's very hard to have a conversation, right? Yes. Yes. So imagine that the guy wasn't listening to me. I wonder how much his wife struggles with him to listen. Yeah. If you want to test the ears of a man that he is listening very well, pay attention to how he listens to his wife or when a woman talks to him. If a man loses track of what a woman says, that the man cannot listen to anybody again. It's very hard to get him to listen. So I wonder how his wife is coping with him. The guy is not listening. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all. God bless you. I'm going to TikTok. I might be there for 1 hour, 2 hours. Till we meet again next week. Kindly enjoy the program and watch the playback. I might be cutting the greetings part, the salam part off, right? So that the video can shorten a bit, because it took me like over 10 minutes for the shout outs. I appreciate your support. Thank you all. Belsha Sabah, Faisal Rabi, thank you. Imran Khan, Mazlan Osman, Freda Weber, Sani Mohammed, Sister Khadija, Fatima Chintarika Ayub, Abdullah Abbas, Abdul Samad, Tadzi, Bilal Jibril, Balogun Olayinka. I know some of you will be joining me on TikTok, but I appreciate your support anyhow. God bless you for this. I think now we are becoming a bigger platform. People are paying attention. All I need is I will need some foot soldiers to also study, learn. I have all the proofs you can need. It's on YouTube, Facebook. Go and study for yourself. Take the videos, sit down, download them. You have the right. Download them, sit down, study, find all the proofs, the references. Let's weaponize ourselves with the verses of God so that when we are out there, we become untouchable against the mushriks, right? So if you want to have fun, join me on TikTok and enjoy the show. This is where I drop the topic for now. Till we meet again next week. This is babashuaib, the correctional officer. Peace out.